Why are you angry?
I'm not angry.
Why are you annoyed?
It's a lot of bullshit.
What you mean?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy whenever I finish watching Harry Potter,
For real.
which is once a year.
This has been my second time watching it this year. How cool is that?
Oh yeah, you watched it back to back too.
Yes.
You didn't give a fuck. You watched one in Spanish and one in English.
It was cool. It's just reliving old memories, you know?
Yeah, I
cool shit.
personally like the English version better because they speak British.
Because we're British.
I know, but I like it. I like it better. It keeps the essence of it.
Sometimes translations are better than the original one.
There's only been a couple of movies that I think that are better in Spanish. Just a couple.
Yeah, I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying a few.
Yeah.
But I think Harry Potter is very known worldwide.
Oh, for sure.
So I feel like whoever you tell them, they will love it in that language.
You think all translations are the same? It has to be, right?
I mean, they're similar. They translate it to what makes sense in that language.
Right.
Because you know that whenever you say balls in English, in Spanish it's eggs, but it doesn't make sense.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Same.
Yeah.
So something like that. They translate it to make sure that it makes sense in the language that they've been translated to.
I mean, I like it when movies are translated to like even the lingo of the country, like Shrek.
That's the best example.
Shrek is the best example of a movie that was translated with the actual lingo, and even it made it even funnier.
It really did.
It made it like so much better. Like I personally like to watch Shrek in Spanish. There's a couple of movies. So I'll watch Shrek in Spanish. I'll watch Ice Age in Spanish. That one's also better. And there's another one that I can't think of right now. But when I think of it, I will let you know.
Is it like an animated movie?
Yeah, it's definitely an animated movie.
For example, the Disney songs are pretty good in Spanish as well. Like what's that Mulan called? I'll Make a Man Out of You.
I'll Make a Man Out of You. Yes.
That was pretty good in Spanish too.
Yeah, that one.
The Little Mermaid. Besala.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty fucking
Kiss
good.
the girl. Yeah, I do like that song better in Spanish.
Hercules.
That's the one I was thinking of. Hercules.
That was pretty fucking good in Spanish too.
But that one is good in Spanish and in English.
Yeah.
Like the music on it, 10 out of 10 on both sides. Like the girls did the thing.
Yeah.
The muses did the thing. Like the muses were singing their heart out in both English and in Spanish. And it was Ricky Martin. Like you cannot hear Ricky Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel that. What was the name of the woman from Hercules?
Megara?
Megara?
Yeah.
She sounded a little more sexy and sassy in Spanish, I feel like.
That is my favorite. Actually, that's my favorite song of probably like of all Disney movies. I Won't Say I'm in Love. It is equally as good in English and in Spanish.
Yeah.
But I think what I like better is that her voice was like an iconic kids actress, which was Tatiana.
Yeah, which is what can we compare her to?
We don't know kids shows here. We don't know what they grew up on.
I just don't think of any iconic voices in English. Because she was specifically aimed for kids. So every fucking kid knew who she was.
In Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she had her own show on TV.
I met her actually.
Plus movies. Yeah, I think so.
I met her once. She did a show in my school.
Hell yeah. That's how you know she got the fancy schools.
I did go to the fancy schools. Listen.
You ended up stupid.
You know what? You're right. But that's actually I started becoming stupid when I came to public schools in the United States. Like let's have. Actually, you know when I knew I was starting to become stupid when I was talking to my cousin in Mexico and I was a senior in high school and she was like a 6th grader and she was doing shit that I was doing and she was doing it better than me and I was like, that's the moment that I knew that the American education system was fucked
failing
up.
us.
It was failing us. And I didn't learn shit in high school, okay? I know that's probably my fault, but still, you know, like, I didn't think I got, you know, I think public school just does the bare minimum.
It does. They reward,
Mediocrity.
Mediocrity, yes.
Yes.
That's what I was looking for.
We love a participation award.
Yeah, I threw every single one of those away. That's such as like you're not good enough to get third place. So here you go, little fourth, little fifth, little sixth. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Top three or fuck yourself.
If you're not first, you're last.
It's worse to be second than to be third.
I agree. I think
Second is the worst place you can be.
second is the first to lose.
Yeah.
And that's a punch in the gut. Second is like that
You're
almost.
good but not good enough.
Like, you were down by a little hair. The only things that I kept from school, like, that actually meant something was, like, my band. Like, whenever we got, like, honors band,
Mhm.
everybody got one. Like, everybody in the band got one. But that's because, I mean, band is not, like, a solo sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an orchestra. So, I still have that to this day. I don't think I will ever throw it away. And then I kept my cheerleading medals.
Cool.
Which, those were just for, like, memorabilia, but, like, we lost every time.
Bruh.
Like, we lost every single time. We literally got last place. We were the worst squad, and
That's how you know it's a small town.
yes, it was a tiny town, and
Still is.
it's still a tiny town, and to this day, I'm like, yeah, we sucked. Like, the team was horrible, for sure.
For real. The only thing that I kept was a medal that said that I broke the school record for that time in swimming.
What'd you break?
I think it was like the 200 free or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day, and I'm pretty sure somebody
Yeah.
already broke it by now. But when I was swimming, I broke the school record.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Freestyle?
I think so. Yeah,
I love
freestyle or butterfly, one of those two. I remember.
You did a butterfly record?
I was butterfly. I'm not saying it was. I'm saying it could have been one of those two. I cannot remember which one it was.
Yeah.
But it was one of those two. Because when I was doing relays, I will do the butterfly leg.
Ah.
So that's what I'm confused on which one I broke the record on. But it was just for the school. It wasn't even like nationals or county or nothing like that. It was just like the school. So it wasn't even the biggest record.
You're talking about your pen, right?
No.
Oh.
No, it's an actual medal.
I've never
It's
seen
a medal, and in the back is your name. It says your time, and it says school record. That's it.
Where is this medal? I've never seen this medal.
In my little memorabilia box.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
cool.
seen that medal. Interesting.
I will take a picture and I'll put it on my diary,
Yeah, right?
on my biography.
on your memoir.
For
Put
real.
that shit on your memoir real quick.
I will definitely write one before I die.
For you or to like sell?
No.
For your family?
I mean, if I become famous, I will probably sell it. But my idea is to at least write one for my family, for my kids to read it, you know? So they know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, like the dog picture,
Mm-hmm.
like my grandkids are going to be like, who the fuck is that black dog on the wall, you know?
Literally.
And they're going to be like, oh yeah, like her name was Bella, and like they meant all this shit to their grandpa and that cool shit. And they're going to see pictures of me when I was 20. They're going to be like, damn, you know, like grandpa could have got it back in the day. You know, that kind of cool shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying?
I know what you're saying.
But here's the crazy thing. You know how you see pictures of like your grandparents on that shit, and it's like very classy photos, and they look good. They look like decent human beings.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have that in this generation. Because how many bitches take like sexy pictures that I was like, bruh.
Ooh.
You know?
That's true. I mean,
I would not want my grandma to look like that, or my mom. Imagine mom just like seeing a picture like that, just with her ass cheeks hanging out, teeth popping out.
yeah, that's a little crazy.
That's a little crazy.
I mean, I think it's just so normalized now.
But what do you think your kids will think of that?
They don't give a fuck. Like, even the kids today, like the 12, 13-year-olds, they have sexy pictures. And it's like,
No, but I'm saying they see the grandparents, they be like, damn, grandpa was handsome back in the day. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, grandma was beautiful.
yeah.
Like, back then, or like, in the future, they're gonna be like, damn, my mom looked like a fucking skunk. Yeah,
I'm dead.
for real.
I'm dead.
What
Not
kind
this
of
kid.
legacy you want for your kids?
I mean, I don't think that that's fair because you should live life obviously every day as you're living and you're figuring it out. Like when you're young and hot, you want to capture that. Like obviously, like we're living in the era of heavy technology. Like we're one of the first few generations that are so consumed by it because it's so new to us. And I don't think like. If you want to take a thirst trap, go ahead, girl. Do your fucking thing. But I don't think that those are the pictures that are gonna make it to the memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not
But
gonna
those are
put your
gonna
OF.
be they're gonna be.
You're not gonna put your OF profile picture to show your kids. You might show them your graduation picture.
But those pictures are the one that are gonna last forever, because those sexy pictures are the one that get passed on.
Passed on to who?
To the whole fucking world. If it's on the internet, it's forever. Imagine you just be like, hey, I'm curious. What was mom like back in the 2020s? You know? And then you with Juliet.
Yeah.
And this fucking old website called OnlyFans pops out. And he's like, damn,
I see what you're saying, but I think by that time, the internet population is going to be so huge. Unless you have like a bazillion followers, or like you did something big that your name actually pops up, I think it's going to get lost.
But I'm saying about your family. Your family knows who you are. They know your name. If they get curious, have you ever Googled your name?
I have.
Exactly.
And they're in shit there.
Exactly, because you haven't posted shit. But I'm saying if you were to Google mom's name and something will pop out, what would you say? You'd be like, bruh. That would be traumatic for you as a family member, not for you as a society.
I see what you're saying, but I just think it's gonna get lost. But I now that we're talking about this, I do wonder.
I don't think so.
I do wonder how the internet is going to evolve to like whenever we are old and crusty, like the internet's forever. Like, are we gonna be able to look back? Like, our Snapchat memories gonna be like, hey, 38 years ago today, and you were like at a party or something.
If Snapchat around, then probably. Because it will be like Vine.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you could see a Vine from like a year ago, and you'll be like, yeah. But then Vine got closed.
Yeah. Yes, like Vine. I mean, you can still do Vines in or like search out Vines on YouTube.
Exactly, but your snaps are not on YouTube. So if your snaps gets closed, like you said, you will not be able to see your Snapchats because those are private. Right. Unless somebody saved them and put them somewhere else.
Right. I mean, it would just be interesting to see how technology later on is, how you're gonna be presented through other generations through social media.
Yeah, I just definitely think that what you do today will affect, and people will be able to tell what you did in the future.
The one thing that I'm not for, that I feel like it has become more normalized in today's internet world, is people posting themselves on some sort of a substance. Like, whether you're at a party or a concert or whatever, and people are just taking videos of, when you take certain substances, your pupils can dilate, your jaw can go crazy, you're obviously, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people are just recording and posting for the world to see, and I'm like, that's another level of comfortability on the internet that I don't quite understand. That I'm like,
but that's where you draw the line. That's what I'm saying.
That's where I draw the line. Yes. But I feel like it's just becoming more common, and I feel like because the internet is so normalized and so big, and is such a big part of our lives, I think that people forget that the internet is forever. And depending on what field you go, like some jobs will background check you on the internet. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's a crazy thing to post. Like, I would never. If I'm doing shenanigans, I'm doing shenanigans by myself, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never post that on the internet.
Yeah. But sometimes it's not even you posting, it's you doing it and somebody else records it and posts it. Because how many people have been caught cheating because somebody else recorded them,
True. And to that, I will say that people need to stop recording other people while they're intoxicated.
People need to stop cheating.
People need to stop cheating too. But I will condone more of you, hey, I'm looking at your man's cheat and I need proof. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna record that. But if I'm at a party or a concert or whatever, and I know that people are doing substances, I'm not gonna record somebody because I think that they look too crazy, or I think that they look funny, and post that. We're not even with their consent. Like, that's crazy. Like,
but you're not recording people with their consent if they're cheating. Like, that's their problem. What will you get in the middle of that relationship? It's not your problem. Just like it's.
The only way that I would get involved into recording somebody cheating is because it's a friend. Like, I wouldn't record a stranger. That's crazy. Like, why are we recording strangers?
Every time someone gets caught cheating is because a friend recorded. Because if you're going out with friends, the person next to you doesn't know that that person is cheating, you know? So then you see a couple kissing.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's always a friend.
So that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, friends, if you're looking out for a friend, that's fine. But what I have seen a lot on the internet is other people recording other individuals that are heavily intoxicated and posting on the internet without their consent. I'm like,
But if you're acting like a fool, then that's on you in the first place. Maybe they need proof. Just like you need proof of your friend getting cheated on, people need proof of you being intoxicated in case you become violent or something else happens. Because the moment you post that, if you record your friend cheating on your friend, it's okay. You can show your friend, and that's the end of the story.
Right.
But those kind of stories go viral, so that means somebody posted it to the internet for everybody else to see.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same as posting somebody that is intoxicated.
I just find that very, very weird and very just a lack of privacy. Like another reason that is that
you don't have privacy anymore.
Right, but you should be able to have privacy. Like, I'm not saying like yes, go do substances that make you go crazy, but if you choose to be in an environment that is like that, you shouldn't have to be. You shouldn't be worrying about like, oh, somebody's gonna record me. I'm gonna end up viral on the internet because I'm acting crazy. Like, first of all, have some sunglasses on. Like that's like rule number one. But the thing is that like, I will be furious if I was like heavy intoxicated somewhere. Like I don't think I'm ever like heavily intoxicated to the point where I like cause attention to myself. But let's say that it happened, and I found a video of me that somebody else took, like even from a distance. I will be furious. I will be like, damn, like I can't even have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that good time is you looking stupid, and then people just making fun of you.
Don't record people when they're heavily intoxicated.
Then don't be intoxicated in a public space. That just sounds to me like a half measure. Like you're okay with people cheating and you're recording it, but you're not okay with people being intoxicated and recording it. Like,
but that's only if I know the person. Like if I see, for example, if I see your girlfriend out and about, and I just happen to be at a club, and she happens to be there, and I see her cheating, bitch, I am gonna record that shit, and I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not gonna post it on the internet for everybody to see. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would I do that? Like, why would I do that to myself, to you, and to the girl? Like,
some people are like that, though.
Why? I don't get it. Like, why are we recording other people?
We're in a society that requires attention. People always want attention. Sometimes that means ruining other people's lives like that.
You want attention. It's not even your own attention. Like,
yeah, but sometimes you hate the person so much that you want bad on them, so you do that.
I don't think I hate anybody enough. I feel like if you're willing to do that, you need some help, because like you have, like, you're going out of your way.
I don't think you need help. I just feel like you say, society has made it so common that people do it without even thinking about it. Because how many videos of pranks you've seen when it's just douchebags being douchebags?
Yeah.
You know, and they post it, and most people are okay with it. And then occasionally you run into the wrong person, and the wrong person punch you in the face.
I mean, that's what happened to that one YouTuber that
there's been multiple fucking YouTubers.
Yeah, that did a prank and he got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why are we pranking people like that? Like, I don't know. Pranks can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, it's funny. Don't be
harmful.
Don't be harmful. Yeah.
But also, like, I don't really like the stranger pranks. Like, I'm okay with pranking you. You know what I'm saying?
Some strangers
a friend, maybe.
Some are fun though. Like, have you seen those old videos when, I don't know, somebody's asking somebody for directions, and by the time they turn back to the street, it's like a whole different street?
Yeah.
Like, you don't hurt anybody. That's still a prank. Yeah. You know, so like, as long as you don't hurt anybody, it's okay.
Innocent pranks are fun. Like, I like kind of what you were saying. I remember the TV shows of pranks, but there will be like, the one that comes to mind is the one where it's like a fountain of youth, and an old lady walks in, and then a young lady comes out. Like, that is a prank. Like, that, like, I get it. Like, that's fine. Yeah. But, like, if you're
trying to humiliate people, that's when you cross the line or hurt them.
Don't humiliate nobody. Like, humiliating people, making people laugh at other people's expense, it's not cool. Which is kind of back to what I was saying. Like, if you want internet fame or whatever, like, in recording somebody, at somebody else's expense, that's not cool. So don't record people.
Yeah.
Don't be recording people. What the fuck?
But don't do stupid shit either. Taking drugs and trying to be funny is not cool for everybody.
It's not cool or funny at all. You know what I'm saying? But if you, for example, if you are at a club where you know you're gonna be drinking, where you know like it's that type of environment, and you're going for that type of environment, you shouldn't feel like, oh damn, like I can't even have fun because I'm gonna get recorded by people. Or even clubs themselves, like whenever they you know how if you go to like an event or something, there's always gonna be photographers, and they'll post you, and you're like, I didn't even want to be posted. Like that's happened to me a couple of times, and I'm like, all right, like not that I was like being secretive about it or anything, but I'm just like, damn, like why everybody gonna know that I was at this club?
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want that.
But that's part of social life. If you go to a club, if you go to some kind of public place, there's always a possibility. If you don't want that kind of shit for yourself, don't put yourself in a situation and you can be there.
So I can't even go to a club to dance.
I mean, yeah, to dance, but if you're gonna go to a club with the whole purpose of you being intoxicated and acting like an idiot, then expect to be treated like one.
Right. No. But I'm not saying about this. In this case, I'm not even saying about being intoxicated. Like I went to this event because I wanted to go dance, and 2 days later, I'm on Instagram, and everybody's tagging me, sending me like, "Yo, this is you," and I was like, you know, and it was just like a picture of me dancing, like nothing
crazy.
I wasn't drunk. I was totally sober. You know, it was just one of those things that clubs do. Like they always take pictures of like hot girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was that type of situation. I was just like,
okay, but they need to have a disclosure. I think what it's called.
I mean, they take the picture in front of your face, so like you know that you're being photographed.
Yeah, no, but they also need to have some kind of paper saying that beyond this point, you might be subject to being photographed, recorded, or like whatever. Because there's also been cases in which people do it without the people's consent, and they can fucking sue the place.
Maybe I should have sued.
Shit.
But it's just I find it like a little bit annoying.
Yeah.
Like I love to go out to dance, but I'm like I don't wanna end up at everybody's Instagrams. Like I just don't. Like I'm like, you know, especially because at that time I had like my split hair.
You were very recognizable.
I was very recognizable, and they're always gonna take pictures of the people dancing, right? Yeah. Like, 'cause in today's society, nobody fucking dances anymore at clubs, and I don't understand why. Like, people are just like...
They go for the hookup culture.
I've never gone to a club...
I'm not saying you. See, this is why that's your problem, I feel like, because you always trying to fall into the general public. You're not that kind of person. But that doesn't mean that the majority of the people that go to those places are not going for that, you know? So just because you go to a crack house once doesn't mean you're a crack whore. Right. But everybody else that is there constantly is probably one, you know?
Right, but here's my rebuttal to that. If you're going out to a club where there's music, you go to a club to what? To dance. Like, am I the only one that goes to a club to dance? Like,
maybe.
Like, if I wanna hook up with somebody, I'll go to a bar instead. Because first of all, at a club I can't hear you. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, STDs are real, people. Like, why are we hooking up with just everybody? Like, oh, that is beyond me. But, like, that was the general consensus back then. Like, in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s. You went to the club to dance. Yeah. And now it's just like...
I mean, we're in a hookup culture.
Man, that's so lame.
But how many... not websites. Well, maybe probably websites too. But, like, apps we have for just hooking up, you know? Tinder.
Then leave it at that. Leave it at that.
But people keep exploring more. That's the thing.
Which is fine, but like if I'm going to a club and it's just such a disappointing thing. Like I stopped going to clubs because people just didn't dance. And I'm like, bro, I don't wanna have this motherfucker breathing down my neck. And then clubs are also packed. Yeah. They are so uncomfortably packed nowadays that I'm like, I can't even do a 1-2 step, right? Or I can't even shake my ass in peace without somebody behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just want to be all up on your business. And I'm like...
And that's the culture to that side.
I'm like, please go away. Like, I didn't ask you to dance.
That's how you know you're getting old, because you're not going with the times anymore. Somebody younger than you can be like, well, that's the clubbing culture. So if you don't like it, like move on, because that's what you knew back then. Now it's different. It's evolving. You're just being left behind like everything else. Like 20 years ago, it was a night. You know,
Damn. Maybe we are getting old.
the 20 years ago, maybe it was just about dancing. Now it's not. Like cultures change.
I just feel
If
like
you would have seen somebody 20 years ago dress the way girls dress today, you would have think that that's a prostitute.
yeah.
Nowadays, it's just like it's some like an Instagram model. Bitch.
Yeah. They're just.
This is different times. So we're just not with it anymore. Just like I feel like I'm getting too old for that kind of Instagram bullshit. Like, yeah, sometimes I follow these bitches because they're hot to look at, but I will never pay for that shit, you know?
Yeah.
So same way with you. Sometimes you'll go to a club and be like, this is not my thing anymore because you are not with it anymore.
But that was never my thing either. Like
No, like back then was the way you wanted it. Now it's not as much. So times change.
Right, times change, but at the same time, times never really changed because
The fuck?
not in this generation. And if you talk to people that like, okay, like I'm 25 years old now. Like let's say that 4 years ago when I was 21 and I was going to the club, it was still kind of the same
Vibe.
vibe. Nobody really dancing. Like, but I also blame it on the culture because. You know, like in Mexico, everybody dances at parties. Like there is gonna be a dance floor. And here at parties, I just like, bitch, if you put on the Cupid Shuffle one more time,
I'll kill you.
Like I swear to fucking God, like I don't want like no 2-step. You know, like I'll get down with the Cupid Shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
But like, bro, where is the? You know what I'm saying? Like there's none of that.
Well, there's also not a culture of dancing as couples. If you dance, it's pretty much yourself, you know? Mm-hmm. So you can dance with somebody else, but if you're really dancing by yourself, it's not like holding hands and then grabbing it by the waist and make it look sensual. It's about you looking sexy. That's a very different culture.
I guess.
Because you can tell, like, whenever you see Hispanic people dance, they look sensual. They interact with each other's body, and it's a dance.
It's bomb. Yeah.
You get mesmerized by the way they move.
Yeah.
And when you see like somebody dancing here in America, your dick gets hard.
I'm dead.
You know, because it's about twerking. It's about like how hard you can shake your ass, how low you can go, how much your tits can bounce. You know what I'm saying?
What? I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's just I
like the club's gonna go hard like that. Like the people that dances like that is the one that get the most attention.
Yeah.
So I mean, in an unconscious way, we're promoting that because. If one person that shakes her ass can have 100 eyes around it, 2 bitches are gonna try to shake it the hardest and see which ones can get the most eyes.
Yeah.
So it just becomes a circle.
I mean, I'm down with the twerk competition.
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? Like not me because I can't twerk, but like if I see some girls like shaking it down like down to the floor and they're doing like upside down, like oh, okay, bet. You know what I'm saying? Like they're dancing. Like
I would call that dancing.
Twerking is dancing.
Yeah.
Twerking is dancing. I mean, it's a skill.
It's a skill. I just don't think that it will be dancing. Because I mean, nowadays people call what do you call it? The stripper pole. What do you call that?
Pole dancing.
Yeah, pole dancing. 10 years ago, it was just like a strip club. Now they want to make it like that.
I mean, it just depends on the art form that you're doing it, and you can make that face, but it's athleticism.
It is athleticism.
Like,
I'm not saying
them
it's
bitches are
not.
strong as hell.
I'm just saying there's a difference between something sensual and something sexual.
I think, for example, like I have a lot of friends in the entertainment world that are pole dancers, and even if you go to events now and they have live entertainment, some of it will be pole dancing, but it's not like strip club pole dancing. Like it's not like GTA strippers.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like some cool shit. Like whenever, like again, I love strip clubs, and whenever I see a bitch doing a fucking split upside down, and they're like, even if they're doing the whole thing, I'm like, I'm gonna give you $2. Like not even $1. I'm gonna give you $2 because that's fucking impressive.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You're giving me a performance. So like I appreciate pole dancers that are with it. I'm like, yeah fuck yeah. Whether they wear unless you're at a strip club, they're not gonna wear like the tiny bikinis and things like that. But they'll wear like a sexy outfit.
But where you draw the line between a sexy outfit that is sexy and a sexy outfit that is for a strip club?
It's just
I've seen like most of the pole dancers that I've seen are dancing in pretty much underwear, and I can definitely see girls wearing that in a strip club. Because I've been to a couple.
I think it's the essence of it. I really think it's like a vibe to it. Like if let's put on a scenario. Let's put WAP by Cardi B, right? Like that's the song that's playing. And one is a stripper and one is a performance. I feel like that's so odd. They could be wearing the same thing. Like maybe like a garter or like a bodysuit, like a but at the end of the day, you're not gonna see the non-stripper. You're not gonna see her naked. And I think that adds value to it. And you're gonna see the stripper do her little booty cheek thing and strip down, but you're gonna see the other girl like doing shit upside down, like breaking it down. Like it's just an essence to it.
Why they need to over sexualize yourself? I feel like.
I think that's just the vibe of it. Unfortunately, like even for hoop dancers, like the they're
okay, but that's a sensual movement. Because like pole dancing is very, very associated with strippers.
Right.
Like it's the strippers then pole dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it comes with that connotation of being very sexualist in the first place.
Yeah.
And hoop dance is a little more childish, like little kids play with that, so it doesn't come on as dirty as
sexualized.
Sexualized.
I think.
So why the need to try to make it sexual?
It's just kind of the vibe. Like it was like pole dancing is sexy in itself. Like it'll be like wanting to give somebody a lap dance without making it sexy. Like you just can't.
Yeah.
You like it's just gonna be on that type of vibe.
But okay, let's put the example of a lap dance, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
If you're getting married and you're in the middle of the reception, and then the boyfriend, now husband, sits in the middle in a chair, and the girlfriend starts doing like a lap dance for him in front of everybody, I'll be like, bro, like that's something that you do in private.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So like that's the kind of thing, like, why trying to sexualize everything? That's a very special. Like if my girl did that, I'd be like, oh, I think I married the wrong bitch.
That's crazy. Wait, if she did what? A lap dance?
A lap dance in front of everybody.
Oh, I would never do that. Like that, I couldn't imagine if it was my wedding. I would never give a lap dance in front of my family.
But that's what I'm saying. Some people are okay doing it, and that's over sexualizing shit.
I would pass away.
That's the thing. Like, okay, you don't need to know my sexual life or like how fucking kinky I can get in front of my family and your family.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, what if your girl was a stripper? Not a stripper. Not a stripper. Not a stripper. I'm sorry. What if she was a pole dancer? What if she was in competitions? What if she does entertainment in that way? Not stripping, but her act is a pole.
I think she will be my girlfriend, but I will never consider marrying her as long as she's in that thing.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Because you have a standards as a man, just like you have a standards as a woman.
Okay, that's fair,
so like women always say, oh, I will never date somebody shorter than me, somebody more broke than me, shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need to lower myself down and date someone that I don't agree with? So if you're a pole dancer and me as a man, and I know every single man would think the same. If I say, hey, my girl is a pole dancer, every single man would be, oh, she used to be a stripper. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's like kind of like a hoe, Why would I want I mean, you can make all the faces you want, but that's a man mentality. Just like women have like their woman mentality about guys and certain things.
Yeah.
Guys have the same thing about women. If I tell my friends, hey, like she's a pole dancer,
mm-hmm.
they're gonna be like, she's a stripper. So she used to dance for money. So that will be a negative connotation.
Yeah. So why not correct that? So let's say that is the case, right? Like, hey, my girl is a fucking pole dancer, but she's number one in the nation in the fucking Olympics of pole dancing. I would be like, yeah, that's my girl. Like, fuck yeah. Like, can you imagine how cool I would be? Like, yeah, like my girl is the number one in the nation of pole dancing. Like, that's fucking cool. And if that were the case of like your guy friends or whatever, like thinking, oh, she used to be a stripper, like, you know what? No, like I understand why you would think that, but no, this is my girl. I don't think you're gonna show them a video of her doing her thing. But they
can Google it. If she's the number one in the nation, you can just Google her name and you're gonna see her dancing in front of people. Especially men are gonna go to those kind of events just to see the girl dance.
But it's not sexual.
It is sexual to men. It is
I hate
sexual to
men.
men.
Why everything gotta be sexual? You know,
But
like
I hate women. Like,
art.
why can't they be a little more classy? You can be okay. Why can't they be what do you call those dancers that step on their tippy toes?
ballet dancers?
Yeah, why can't it be a ballet dance? Yeah,
Because she like pole dancing.
Okay, and I don't like. I don't want my girl to be a pole dancer.
Yeah.
It's just where I draw the line. Like you can be a pole dancer if you want. Just like for me personally, I wouldn't marry someone like that.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a negative connotation. That'd be like, oh, I'm marrying an Instagram model.
Yeah.
Okay, so she sells content. You know.
Yeah.
Like it just comes with certain connotations.
So that's where that's a deal breaker for you.
A deal breaker for me will be someone that's over sexualized herself in any way.
Okay.
Yeah, because to certain men you're just gonna look like a piece of meat.
Okay, but who set that system up? Men.
Men. But also
it's
women.
y'all's fault.
But also women fed it. Nobody.
Because we gotta survive.
Men, you can survive being a classic woman. No man said, hey, like, you should dress really slutty and then you'll get more men.
Men said that. Literally, men said that.
No, you said the other day, we don't dress for men, we dress for ourselves. Okay, so you're dressing for yourself. No man is telling you to dress like that.
But there's also a system that, I mean, unfortunately, it is a man's world. You know, so like us ladies, we gotta work and manipulate the way around it.
So all you have to offer as a woman, so all you have to offer as a woman is your sexual desire?
No.
That's all that apparently you're selling. Okay, so
but that's because you're making it that way. Like I as a woman, I think I totally understand where you're coming from, but I think it comes from a very broken system and very toxic masculinity system. That
define toxic masculinity because people use it all the time.
Because toxic masculinity is also like I think it can also have a negative connotation when it comes to like women's sports that are like sexualized like that, because. I mean, if the girl wants to be in the Olympics for pole dancing, I'm a root for her. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that it does make it to the Olympics, right? Obviously, they're not gonna be in like their bras and their underwear. It may be like a bodysuit, like a cool bodysuit.
Okay, but who knows? What about like I'll give you this example? Volleyball players.
Their ass cheeks are
hanging out, and it's not an excuse that's a uniform that they need, because if you see the Special Olympics, those kids are not wearing that,
right?
So they're sexualizing the fucking sport.
1,000%. But again, who is designing the?
Okay, then women can stand up and be like, you know what, like this is sexualizing me as a woman, and I'm being dressed like that just for eye candy. I want people to come see me for my talent, for my skill, not because I look fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But why can all women get together and say that? Why can't they be like, I don't want to dress like this?
Because we tried. Women, there's been so many times that women are like, yo, like, what in the actual fuck? And that's just not the thing. Like, for example, this last Olympics that happened, there was a controversy about how tiny a lot of the women's sports were. And, like even the track people, like, they were, like, this big. And I was like...
Pussy colors.
I was like, bruh. And all the commentary was like, you can tell that a man did this. Like, this is a man who don't know women anatomy.
Okay, but
because like for example, like their underwear part, I guess you could say, it was like this thick, and girls are like, girl, I'm gonna hang out. like they're
you know, kiss to the camera.
The little thing, the little coochie is gonna hang out. So I'm just like, bro, we can't even have shit to have sports in because men want to sexualize everything, even in professional sports.
Okay, but you as a woman can organize shit and be like, you know what, this is fucking wrong. We don't want to be sexualized in this way. Organize the whole fucking team of the U.S. can be like, no, fuck this. We're not gonna compete wearing this shit. You might get penalized. You might get suspended.
Exactly.
So the fuck what? There is no change without sacrifice.
Right, but then you're sacrificing a whole Olympics.
So you rather sacrifice? You rather take the fall or?
But it's not our fault because it's a man's design. Like, I don't think that's fair.
Okay, but you're not gonna stand for yourself. You're just gonna keep putting your head down and do whatever you're being told to do.
I mean, it's either that or I lose my medal.
So you're not ready for revolution. You like we talked about it last time. That's revolution. You're not willing to sacrifice yourself for revolution. Then you don't deserve to be part of revolution. You just put your head down and keep playing the game.
If we were all united, that would be a thing. But
okay,
that's not
but you can unite people.
Yeah.
You can talk and be like, hey, this is wrong. Like what happened with the swimmer girl, Riley Gaines, I think is her name.
Something like that, yeah.
She was alone. She stood up and she was like, I'm not swimming against a man because this is wrong. And then people jumped in the wagon and it became a thing, a nationwide thing, and then eventually became changed. But I mean, at the end of the day, she lose her medal, she lose her sponsorship, she lose the competition. She took the fall, but in the long run, it paid off.
Yeah.
Why can somebody do that?
You know what? I'll give you that. I'm gonna give you that one. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that one. But the thing, the thing is, it's all man's fault. It is men is the common denominator here.
But so are women, though. I think we're 50-50. We're not better than each other. We complement each other.
I think we complement each other, but goddamn, like why are women's sports costumes so tiny? Like even like I've told you a couple stories where I felt mad uncomfortable with an outfit. I'm like, bro, like no disrespect to strippers, but like I felt like a stripper. Like I was like, I feel like I'm about to one wrong move and my titties out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have pasties on and I'm scared. You know, like I think that it's a sad part of the job as being a woman in certain things. I think it's just part of the job.
But that comes to you being okay with it, because women can be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, so I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can all walk out and the change will be made.
Yeah.
If you work at any place and you're the manager, and then one day every single one of your fucking employees walks out, you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
So you're gonna listen to what the problem was.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But if you only fire one, then yeah, that bitch is the problem. So you will need, as a woman, to organize yourself.
Right.
Get together. And then be like, this is fucking wrong, and stop sexualizing us. But you also, as a woman, need to stop sexualizing yourself.
Right. I think there's a time and place for everything. Like, I feel like it kind of sounds a little hypocritical of me saying it, but like, for example, I love like burlesque. Mm-hmm. And obviously that's...
But that's on the more, sensual side.
That's on the sensual, but it's classy.
Yeah.
Like, it's art. Yeah. Like, I like, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, seduce me by not taking your clothes off. You know, like, that type of art for me is just so amazing and beautiful. But it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because I feel like I'm saying that, but I'm also saying, like, why are we sexualizing women's sports? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time and a place. And I think, like, for people that do burlesque and things like that, I feel like that's them standing in their own power.
Yeah, but that's a niche. That's a special place in which you do it. For example, the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Everybody fucking watches the Olympics. Men, women, kids, people from other countries. Like, bro, you know? That's the thing for me.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, that was so fuck. I mean, it feels so divisive. Even like me talking about it, I'm like, wait, bitch, you love burlesque. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck, like.
Yeah, I agree. I found myself blamed for it. Like I said, I follow some of these bitches on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, you look sexy, but I just don't see I will never marry one of those women. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's a difference between desire and love.
But you're okay with looking at those women. So like, are you saying that you would still follow those women if you have a girlfriend?
Maybe not. I guess I have to be in the situation to see what is she comfortable with, what is she not. Because like I said, like they're always promoting that OF page. I will never pay for that shit. You know, I'm just looking. There's gonna be a picture that I'm gonna look for 2 seconds to be like, yeah, you look hot. Double tap. Next.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not really engaging with them.
But you are engaging by you looking at their account, liking it. I would not be cool with it. Like that. Like if, like let's say later down the line I have like a man's or whatever. I'm not like a control freak. Like especially not in social media. Like do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't disrespect me. If I knew that my man's was following OF bitches, liking OF bitches page. That's for me. That's a no. Like I'm like no.
Okay,
like that's
why not?
Because you're paying for content. Like
I'm not paying.
Or if you are
Okay, I put it this way, the other way around. Okay, you are mad at me that I'm following these pages of these hot bitches. I'm not paying for nothing. I'm just following and maybe liking every now and then. But then I see you going to the gym and you're wearing short shorts and like this tank top that is pretty much just like a titty cover. Mm-hmm. I'm not comfortable with you going out in public like that either. Mm-hmm. So, and you say, hey, like, this is just my gym outfit. Like, I'm going to wear it because I'm comfortable in it. Okay, like, I don't like it. Go ahead. But you're not okay with me following this even though I'm not paying for it.
Right.
What over that? So you don't need, like, fucking shorts that just cover your pussy and, like, have your ass cheek.
Yeah.
To go to the gym. You can work out just as good in sweatpants.
But we want to look good. Like you feel
Okay, they
when
look
you
good.
look good, when you look at the gym, you work out better, and that's a fact.
I just go and work out no matter what.
Yeah, because you're a man. Like you don't care about fashion. Girls do. Like
Okay, but that
I like to
okay,
dress
but
cute to the gym.
okay, but your fashion is being sexualized. So I don't
Yeah.
want my girl to be sexualized. I don't want every single person that is in the gym is staring at your ass, and every time you do a squat, they're staring at your asshole. I don't want that as,
Yeah.
as my girl. You know. So if you're okay with that, why are you not okay with me just following something instead of staring at someone?
Because you're liking it.
Yeah, and a lot of people is staring at you like in real time.
I don't know. I just wouldn't like that for my man. Like
I mean, I wouldn't like that for my woman.
yeah.
But that's their excuse. They're saying, or like that's their reasoning. They say, hey, I'm comfortable with this and I feel sexy. I'm like, okay, you feel sexy, you look sexy.
Yeah.
You're attracting a lot of eyes, and some of those are dirty eyes. They're looking in a dirty way.
Yeah.
So I'm not comfortable with my girl being stared at like that. But you're not willing to change.
But women are gonna get stared at anyways, like no matter what.
Yeah, but there's a different kind of stare. If you wear sweatpants or short shorts, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So no. That to me, that's like okay, you're not okay with this, but you're not okay with me either. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we gotta find some middle ground.
There's definitely gotta be a middle. It's a.
Like I will unfollow the bitches, but don't dress like that. Okay,
Damn,
you're gonna
is that
dress like
Loki
that.
controlling on both sides?
You're gonna dress like that, then I keep following the bitches. Because I mean, if you don't,
That sounds like a threat.
I mean, it just sounds like standing your ground.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna change it, then why should I change? What would I change for you, but you wouldn't change for me?
Yeah.
You know, like it has to be a 50-50. But that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between a girl, that's someone that you like, and a wife. You know?
Yeah, you put your boundaries. That's a conversation that you like literally have to sit down with each other and be like, all right, like I see what you're saying with the outfit thing, and it's totally valid.
Yeah. Because I can tell you, sometimes I go to the gym and there are these girls like they're hot, like they work out, you know, like
Yeah.
they fucking legs are thick as fuck, they got big butts and they were blessed to have big boobs too.
Yeah.
And they're wearing the short fucking outfits. Like I feel uncomfortable as a man. Because I'm like, I don't want to stare at you. You just like walking. I'm like, God damn, what was that?
Yeah.
And I just gotta put my head down, especially because I wear glasses. So
Yeah.
whenever I have my glasses, I kind of like gotta squint a little more.
So it's more obvious.
It's more obvious.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. Let me put my fucking head down. Let me look at YouTube for an extra 5 minutes until like this bitch walks away.
So you feel uncomfortable when,
I do,
when
yeah.
women are too sexy looking at the gym?
Yeah, because I mean,
Okay.
as a man, sometimes I didn't even want to just like look at it. You know, it's like
I mean, I'd look too. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
but
better
you're
than
a
a man. I'd be
woman.
like, damn, you look good as
yeah,
fuck,
but
girl.
there's a difference between a woman staring at another woman and a man is staring at a woman.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? I don't want to walk in the gym and be like, hey, this is a pervert again. You know, like fuck, that's a fucking negative connotation that you're gonna carry with.
Yeah.
So I just put my head out. I'm like, girl, like, help me not stare at your ass from a distance. You know, like don't wear short shorts that are showing have your ass cheek from across the gym.
I get where you're coming from as a man. I mean, I don't like if that makes you uncomfortable. Like, yeah, like
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I mean, it just catches my attention.
yeah, for sure. Like yeah. Sometimes when I go to the gym and I see a girl that looks just good as fuck, I'm like, shit, I'm sorry, I'm staring, but goddamn, like you look good as fuck. Like you know, like we're only human. You know what I'm saying? Like we are only human.
Yeah, and I can tell you, like for me, I appreciate more than a thick body. I appreciate somebody that looks like works out.
A
Like
fit
that's
body.
my thing. Yeah, if I can see your abs and I can see the muscles on your thighs, I'd be like, God damn, that's a woman.
Yeah.
You know. But then again, you dress too sexy. I'm like, like you look good, but I don't want you to be everybody's girl. You know, I don't want everybody to look at you and be like, yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Hmm.
Well, cheers to that. Cheers to the battle of the sexes.
Fuck yeah.
Wait.
What the fuck are you drinking anyway?
I'm drinking hot chocolate.
Hell yeah.
But I found out that
Spirits.
if I drink it from here, it'll spill. So that's why I gotta drink it like this sometimes.
Yeah, for real. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Well,
It's obvious.
it looks...
Now it does.
It look... Well, because the handle is on this side, too.
I guess if you're, yeah.
And I'm
some
right-handed,
left-
so I'm like...
I'm ambidextrous.
Sometimes. Not when it comes to writing.
I can rub with my right hand,
You can chicken scratch, but that's fine.
but it's better.
But
The fuck? My right hand writing is better than your left hand writing.
boy, you have the handwriting of a 2-year-old. Please stop lying to yourself.
Yours is ugly as fuck too.
My handwriting is gorgeous.
I ain't.
It is I have good handwriting.
It's alright at most.
That's besides the point. Where are we at?
My ass.
Oh, we're at an hour.
For real.
I mean,
what the fuck did we talk about today?
we talk about the battle of the sexes. It's just, little.
We started with Harry Potter.
We
How we ended up talking about bitches dressing sexy and guys staring like fucking creeps.
It's just, these are the questions that I like to talk about this because I like to see the man perspective.
Yeah. Same.
And I'm sure you like to see the woman perspective. I'm all for girl power and things like that, but I'm also for a balance. So I think that these type of conversations really challenge me to really make sure that I know what my true opinion is for myself. Because I'm a very easily influenced person. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be like, damn, you're right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, fuck. But then it's just okay, I see everybody's point, and it just seems like there's no a true right answer, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm just girl power, but also I get where you're coming from, but
the way I got
free the
myself,
nipple. You have to say,
I don't know about that.
When it comes to that, I'll say something about this. I am a huge free the nipple person, but then the more I started to get older, I'm like, maybe I should put a bra on. Let me put a fucking bra on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it's just things that changes as you start growing and start maturing, and you're like, okay, sometimes it's appropriate, sometimes it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way I guide myself, I think that the world is a beautiful place and it's a well-balanced place. So I guide myself kind of by the animal kingdom, you know? So the male animal is usually the one in control, the one that provides, protects, all that kind of shit. And the female animal is the one that nourish the younger one and make sure that everything is in order, all that kind of shit. So that's what I go for. But in no other fucking species, you see a fucking lioness trying to be a lion,
Yeah.
You don't see a fucking cow trying to fuck another cow and trying to be a bull.
Yeah.
So that's the way I guide myself. Because I don't think nature is wrong in any way.
I mean, but we are also, if you want to call humans animals, we're the most complex. We are the most chaotic. We have, again, I really do think that we have too much free will.
I think we have, too much free will and too much free time to think about stupid things. Especially places in America when people don't really have a problem.
In the United States.
People in the US that don't usually have, real life problems. They invent themselves because we as humans, we want the challenge. We want to do something with our life besides work.
Right.
So I feel like that's when people try to find problems for themselves.
Maybe it's an escape, like you said. We don't want to work all the time, but that's what we gotta do because you gotta survive. If you don't work, you don't eat. Simple as that. If you don't hunt, you don't eat.
Exactly.
So.
But it's interesting because even if you don't work here, there's so many things there's so many helps, government, friends, whatever. But places like Mexico, I'll give you this example, the suicide rate in Mexico is way lower than it is here in America.
In the United States.
Yes. And what is that? Because people in Mexico sometimes hey, fuck this, I have a family and I gotta get shit done.
Yeah.
And then here's I'm depressed, my boss is screaming at me today. It's gonna end it. We don't really have problems, so we create our own problems. Sometimes in our heads.
But okay, there's even this debate going on of Hispanic parents that you're hey, I'm depressed, and they're ponte las pilas, they don't care.
It's not that we don't care, it's just we don't have time to think about small things. Okay, so if you're depressed, what? You tell me I'm depressed, that's not gonna help. It's what we were talking about earlier. If you don't want to be helped, you're not gonna be helped.
Yeah.
So if you're depressed, okay, so the fuck what?
Yeah.
Go to the gym, go for a run.
Yeah.
Go fucking volunteer at animal shelter. Call an old friend.
Yeah, do something. Do something to help the depression.
Yeah, go to church.
I mean, I think that's kind of... Unfortunately, it is a lot of the mentality of it, because I will say, for me, I've been there where I was I'm fucking depressed and I didn't want to do anything. And I had a friend that was no, get your ass up. I'm not going to let you be depressed. literally got my ass up, like, by the ears type shit. And that's when I understood, like, yeah, if I let myself be depressed and just wallow in my depression,
You're never gonna get out of it.
I'm not gonna get out of it, you
Yeah.
know. Like, and that's it. It does take a self will. Is that is that right?
I guess.
I don't know.
We don't know nothing. We're just talking.
Yeah, it does take some balls to be like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to be depressed. Let me get my ass up and do something. But I don't want to take away from the people that really can't help themselves. Like, is it a disorder? Is it the culture? Like, I don't know.
I feel like it's a culture a little bit because we condone it. You know, we said, "Oh, she's depressed. Give her time. She'll be fine next week. Give her a week off.
Yeah.
Don't bother her with that. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
If you're a good friend, if your friend's going through depression, call that motherfucker every day. Be like, hey, let's go. I don't know. Do you like to fish? Let's go fishing. Let's go hunt. Let's go camping. Let's go for a hike.
Let's go take a walk. Let's go take the dogs out.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Let me go to your place and let's cook something together. Let's do a carne asada. You know.
Yeah.
You,
do a
me,
puzzle.
Yeah. You, me, and a couple of friends. Let's just go out for food. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's on you too.
It takes one to be like, yeah, I don't want to be depressed. Like, So
don't be self-pity.
Self-pity, yeah, I think that's the word I was looking for. Like, you don't want to be in that self emptiness, because it really is like a disease.
Yeah.
It really kind of like what is that? The Venom on Spider-Man 3.
That's like an extraterrestrial.
You know what I'm talking about? That just attaches to you, and it just like becomes more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is, like blackness. Like, let's say like I'm like kind of whenever I'm depressed, I literally kind of see like a black thing in my brain, just like shadowing everything else. And the more I feed it, the darker it becomes, and the darker my brain and my thoughts and everything becomes. I'm just like, oh no! Like once I kind of catch the vibe that that's what's happening to my brain, I'm like, I gotta go. Like, let's go for a run. Let's go to the like I have to get myself out of that. Yeah. Even if it takes like, I'm like, fuck, like, no, like I want to just be laying down. Like, no, fuck that. Get my ass up,
Yeah. It's a tiger mentality.
Mm-hmm.
The eye of the tiger. Yeah, so I feel like
to each their own.
Yeah, to each their own, I suppose.
To each their own, but help yourself.
Yeah, I don't really like to think that depression is the end of the world. Cause I think I told you though, I had a friend from work. She would tell everybody their business, but she didn't want no help. I was like, bro, what are you telling me all this shit if you don't want help?
There are some people that are just unsufferable like that. Like, I have a couple of people too in my life that will tell their business. Like, yeah, I woke up depressed, and then I'm still depressed, and then I came crying, and I was crying 2 minutes ago. Like, how do I answer to that? Like, first of all, bitches, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, if you're good, you're good. But
you need to borrow my knife or something?
No, shut the fuck up. That's fucked up. That.
You want a bottle of aspirins?
That is fucked up. Don't say that.
Yeah, a bottle of Jack Daniels?
No, let's just get out and do something.
Yeah.
So
I feel like, I don't know if that will be a controversial thing, but I think that bullies sometimes does help.
Bitch.
I'll tell you my personal experience. Back in Mexico, I used to be the bully. I used to be a piece of shit. I still am. And then I came to the States, and I didn't know a dick of English.
Yeah.
So I got bullied all the time for that. And that bully helped me to learn English.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I ain't taking shit from these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
These hillbillies ain't gonna tell me wet back without me saying something back at their toothless face. You know?
Yeah.
So that motivated me
to
learn English. So the bully did help me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's just a person to person. Like, some people are just more sensitive than others, and I think that that's okay. Like,
survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest, but don't be a dick. Like, stop bullying people. Like, I was a bully in high school when I knew English, but I didn't realize it until like a couple of years ago, and like that light bulb moment went on, and I was like, damn, like that's not the person that I want to be. Like, that fuck, like I'm ashamed. Like, I'm like, fuck, like, and it's not even that I just, it's just stupid shit. Did I mean it at the time? Honestly, I don't know. But what I do know is that I didn't like that, and I don't want to be that. So I'm like, I don't want to hurt anybody. Sure, survival of the fittest, but I don't want to be a person that makes somebody think survival of the fittest. Like, just be fucking nice. Just be a good fucking person. Don't be a bully. Don't be calling anybody toothless. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like maybe call somebody toothless to like, you know, in close quarters, but don't be like, hey, you're a
Yeah,
I don't
say it.
know.
Say it.
I don't know because I'm thinking of drag queens, and drag queens are ruthless. You know what I'm saying?
Gay black people are ruthless, so you
Yes.
gotta level up though.
Oh my
I had a
goodness.
couple gay guys at work that was like, "Oh, you want to talk games? I'm in."
You want to talk games, yeah.
If you want to talk shit, like two people can talk shit, you know.
Yeah. There are those type of people, but there are people that are just a little bit more sensitive when it comes to that.
But some people don't. Like I tell you, like black people, like black gay guys, don't really hold anything. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
They're
if you're
funny
like-
as fuck.
Yeah, they're funny
Yeah.
as fuck. Like not gonna lie, like.
But the insults are insulting sometimes. I'm like,
they're A1 though.
like, what? Like, they're like next level insults that are funny as fuck. I will agree on that, but like,
And some people can consider that bullying, you know. So
some people are sensitive. If I got read to filth by a drag queen, I wouldn't know how to recover, because they will like clock me on everything. Like let's say I have an eyelash that's, you know, lopsided. I will be like, damn, they rhyme. My eyelash is lopsided, and I can't come back from that. So, you know, like, I am a sensitive hoe, but you know, like Cardi B says, I'm a sensitive gangster. You know? Like,
that bitch is hilarious.
oh man,
So what was the theme of today?
the theme was just theming. there was no theme today. We were just talking. Two siblings talking. Honestly, talking to your sibling helps. Like,
It really does.
like, cause
Most people hate their siblings. I
I-
never understood why.
I could never imagine like hating you. Like, you get on my nerves. Don't get it fucking twisted. Sometimes I want to like break your arm or something.
For real.
But
Same.
yeah, but I couldn't imagine like not speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm chill as fuck.
Yeah, you be annoying as hell. But you cool
I'm cool as fuck.
sometimes. You cool sometimes.
I make people laugh.
Man, you a bully to me, so I don't understand. That's why I say people are sensitive.
But that's brotherhood.
That's
different.
siblinghood.
That's
Yeah.
siblinghood,
I
yeah.
mean, but obviously, like, all dynamics are different. Like, obviously, it's just the two of us, and we're male and female.
And we have very different views. I know for a fact I'm very conservative.
We are so different. We are like
Black and day and night. Black and white.
black and white.
Almost.
I think we are just like on so like different sides of the spectrum. But
Are we stupid?
not that spectrum. But you know, like that's why I say I like talking to you about this, because I'm like, you know what? I see where it's coming from. But then I also there are some things that you say that I'm like, man, just manning. You know what I'm saying? Like, please.
I'm
But
right.
yeah, y'all go talk to your siblings. Go challenge yourselves.
Yeah, talk to people that you don't agree. I feel like that sometimes will help you see shit from a different perspective.
Yeah, and the fact that we're siblings, like, I can't hate you. You know, like, I have to keep talking to you.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
And you will
okay.
keep have to listen to my side, just like I will have to keep listening to your side.
Exactly.
That's like a Republican talking to a Democrat without
Yeah.
without having to say no.
Yeah, but without hating each other, and like, being like,
Yeah.
okay, like, you know, you see where we're coming from, you know?
Yeah.
So, I fuck with you.
I know you do. I'm awesome.
Bitch, return the
Oh
compliment.
yeah, you're cool too. You're cool.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Man, why?
That's
man.
hilarious.
All right.
All right,
This is where we're going to leave it.
Let's wrap it up.
I like that. You know, we just came here without a plan.
I told you it comes naturally.
We said, let's do it.
We
We
don't
flowed.
know. It's chill. Chill as fuck.
We drank our drinks.
We talk or talk.
We talked our shit.
For real. In other news, the shooter might have been caught. We'll see if he's the right guy.
It's not the right guy. It's a total frame.
It's a.
It's a total framing.
It's a, what do you call that? A proxy?
I don't know what that is.
I think it's a guy that takes the fall, maybe. He's like the fake guy. So that everyone can get away.
Whatever. I'm so fed up with this case, because it really feels like we're living through a movie where, like, you know that the government is bullshitting the people.
Mm.
It feels just like that. So, anyways.
I really have a lot of hope for this new government that is coming in with Trump and other. They choose people that I really fuck with. Because we're talking about like the Cheetos, how they're different, the Mexican ones from the American ones.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy that they point out for the health department thing is a guy that is being against
Chemicals.
so many chemicals
all
in,
that
in
stuff,
American
yeah.
food, because they say like the even cereal, the one that we have here and the one that we sell in Canada, is completely different. Like we
Yeah.
allow so many chemicals in our food that is killing us.
It's literally disgusting.
So I have
So
hope for the
gross.
guy that he really puts his foot down and helps the whole system or whatever, just to for us to get better food.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. In the
I'm hopeful of
meantime,
future.
eat healthy as you possibly can.
Exercise, motherfuckers.
Exercise, get outside, get out of the
And
depression.
walk.
How?
For real.
If you're depressed, get your ass up. Get your ass up.
It's all in your head.
It is all in their head, which kind of
The
sucks.
world keeps
but-
moving. The world be worlding without you stopping. If the war didn't stop when Hitler died, it's not gonna stop whenever you're depressed.
Exactly.
So move your dick out of your ass, shake it up, and go for a walk.
Shake your ass a little bit.
Yeah.
Shake
Go
your ass.
whole around if that makes you feel alive.
Do a whole lap.
You may not get married to that guy, but you will feel alive for that.
Okay. You guys have a good night. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you guys on the next one. And yeah, y'all have a good night. Be nice to everybody.
Be thankful.
Cheers.
Cheers. Peace, motherfuckers. Big dick in your ass.